Just breathe. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. All right. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another session, another live stream here on the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain here, as always. Tonight, it has come to this. I mean, literally, it has come to this. You see the thumbnail. You see the title. This is not going to be a pretty stream. I could say it might be a trigger stream. Oh, hell, this shit could be boring for all we know. Nonetheless, we got to have the discussion. But before we begin, I'd like everybody to follow me on the links that I will tell you right now and will be in the description. Follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Also, join my Rumble page or follow me on Rumble. As you know, not much videos up on Rumble, but I'm growing very slowly and surely. And once I get to roughly over 30 or more, I will be doing some raw, and I mean raw, streams on the Rumble side of things, if you know what I mean. But until then, please just follow me on Rumble. Yeah. And what's this? And another thing, you could also join my Discord service here on the Chaos Rain Show as well. And I'm just checking some things right now, doing a little quick housekeeping. And let me see if I forgot anything else. Reign of Chaos. Yeah, Reign of Chaos is on Discord. So I'll put the links in a little bit. I'm saying not working. All right. Okay. Let me see if there's anything missing here. If I add it. Exit. All right. I'm just going through some. All right, I think all the housekeeping is done. And did I forget anything else? Oh yeah, please join the page as well, the Chaos Ring page as well. Become a member, 2 tiers. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. Just become a member. So the title for today's stream, as you can see given, being the white man's whore. That's a mouthful. And to let people be known, there is a book. If y'all see from the thumbnail in the picture, a book was. Hey, what's good, Deidre? This book was written by, I believe, a black woman, or she could be labeled as a mulatto. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what the background she is. Maybe down the line, if I have her on the show as an interview, I'll ask some questions. But so far, this is more than beyond the book that I'm telling y'all right now. This is something more deeper than we're not really looking at analyzing as a whole. Oh, one thing, to support the channel, forgot, you could use Viva Super Chat or the Cash App. Gotta put that. Cash App. What's the Cash App? Chaos. Anyway. All right. There's links. Okay, so why would a woman? Oh, and one other thing I do want to say, this is going to tie into a lot of things, even what y'all heard about the thing with the Kelce and Kayla situation with the Taylor Swift. I will talk about that. This all has to be tied in to something greater. So sit back. This might be a long one, depending how everything is. And I will open up when time's given. As you know, the book titled The White Man's Whore is not considered an actual book. It's more of like a pamphlet. What I mean by pamphlet, usually books on the average should be roughly 100 or more pages, roughly. Anything under that is more like a little smaller pamphlet. Some people disguise books that are under 100 pages as books, but I do not personally view that as a book. Usually, books have more lengthier work, mostly in pages that's 100 or more pages long. Anything under 100 pages is considered a pamphlet, not a book. But the book that I'm telling you right now, written by um, a sister or a black woman or a mulatto, is not really considered a book. It's more of like a pamphlet. Now, would I say that every person should go out there and buy and purchase the book personally to see what's in it? I don't know. Because as you could tell, when I look at people making content, and she is a content creator, mind y'all, social media, she's on social media actually. She is not really growing or getting the audience needed, in lack of better words. But like I said, and I think the reason why that is because a lot of ladies, particularly black women, are not fond of being labeled as a whore or anybody writing a book being somebody's whore, which they do this voluntarily now, mind you. And I think now because of the concubine culture we're in, this cuckolding, all this nonsense we're in, I have to say, it's not looking very cool, in my opinion. And another thing I do want to reference is this: you cannot be advocating or pushing a certain race of man and then hoping that you'll still get favors amongst the men in your own community. Now, one thing I remember hearing from Dito was laughing. One thing I will say I've heard from another good brother that's not in America but overseas, BM mine. He has come and rationale, which I've listened to extensively and had to come to my own understanding of it. And I will have to agree with the brother that here in America, the West, particularly where we stay at, and we could say outside America, but we only could talk about where we stand and live right now. There is a certain dual mating ritual strategy when it comes to black men and black women. Case in point, women don't want you black men to engage in polyamory behavior unless you are that Negro, you're that select, or what they like to call select F boy. And if you're not that select, I'm sorry to say, you ain't it. You cannot engage in polyamorous behaviors with said black woman. No, you cannot. Oh no, you would. And trust me, if you do engage, yes, there will be consequence. Most likely, most women sisters will give you a consequence. Usually, they'll probably slap you up a little bit, or they'll go behind your back if they're not doing it right, being on their knees, jiggling somebody else's Johnson and getting their back blown out. But unfortunately for you, brothers, black women especially, they want to engage in polyamorous relationships with you. I think that's what's called polyamory and polygamy and polyandrous relationships. What does this mean? That means they will have you, some other dude on the side, and some other dude on the side, and some other dude on the next side to fill their so-called succubus ways. Their Jezebel ways. To fulfill all their needs. You always hear women always saying they advocate that one man is not good enough. What do you mean, sweetie? One man is not good enough. Bitch, what do you mean? Oh, you mean that you have multiple men? Some that you are open up and busting wide open for, and some that you just a complete vampire, just sucking his blood until he has enough and just moves on. That's what they mean by the polyandrous slash dual mating ritual. And yes, there are very few men, black men especially, not waking up to the fact that they are, if you're not getting the booty, the draws, you are in a somewhat of alleged cuckold relationship. Yes, 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 yes. Unfortunately. And it's sad. And let's be fair, honest. And this is just me. Since y'all hearing this. In my opinion, I think majority of black men want to engage in a cuckold behavior relationship with their alleged non-black men, European men, white men, or we want to call other groups of men, while they still have their way with you, brothers. What do I mean? I'll explain. And if you're not familiar with the term cuckolding, you must Google that, Wikipedia, wherever you want to call it, and get the understand what I'm talking about. What I mean by this, I mean they see other groups of men because they say they are more of the appearing or the more face of divinity, God, and all that stuff, even power, if we want to call it, right? And they see how their woman deals with their own men in their group, and sisters want to have that in their own lives to the point that they want to engage in cuckold with you, but still have their non mate on the side, still fulfilling their obligations, usually paying some bills and some other form of tricking, And that's what they want. They want to still have to select F boy that they could sit there, give them, break their backs, while some man is paying some of the bills and sort of, right? That's their real intention, brothers. That's their real end goal. Actually, that's their dream. To know saying that they got you when needed. If they're not using you for sexual gratification or in their mind recreational use, they will have you be the dude that's paying for their so-called life. It's like another form of sponsor. Because a lot of women, especially sisters, they like a sponsor, do what the hell they want, while some man pays and they just run freely. It's a very much weird utopia if you think about it. It's one of them unusual fairy tale thinking that a lot of women want in their own lives, including they will work or do things necessary to make it a reality. Besides, the laws favor them, but let's be honest, by them exploiting their fronts in a way where it's profitable, they will waste your time. Now they might just cheat at you. They give or take. If you're in a relationship and you're not getting some. And I hear this thing about this sexless marriage. If you're a sexless marriage, brother, you're going to have to, do what we got to do. I mean, trust me, if she's not screwing you, she's screwing somebody else. That's just the end of the story. And be honest with you, she don't mind doing that to you because knowing that, she's not giving you the draws, she's going to make you be frustrated. She's going to make you put yourself in a position where you're going to cheat. And then when she cheats, she's going to say, oh, I can't believe you didn't take maybe some of your money, some little small resource if you have any, and move on with the next dude. Matter of fact, she wants that sponsorship where she lives off your dime while she's getting her back blown out. It's actually a beautiful ploy if you think about it. It's wonderful. It's exquisite. It's great. Like literally, it is great. But if you're not a man that's not really, how can I say, not really seeing the forest before the trees, then you're getting screwed every time, And I'm just checking something right now. You're screwed, however you want to call it. And I'm not saying that I'm the one that's going to help you get out of the possibility of being screwed by others, but let's keep real, let's keep real, gentlemen. If you get screwed, that's on you. You know. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just looking at this. And hold on. And you got really understand this. You got to understand this. To be somebody's whore, that doesn't take much work. If you think about it, because what is the definition of a whore? It's someone that If I let me Google it, see what definition of whore is. What is Let's take a look what definition of whore is. Oh, see now this thing's playing games. It won't even tell me. So you know what? Since this spread box on, I will Google it. All right, let's look at Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Oh, ooh, okay. Let's share this. Let us share this. And it says here, the definition of the term whore is synonymous with whore. Somewhat old-fashioned, a person who engaged in sexual intercourse for pay, prostitute. Offense, a promiscuous or immoral woman. A male who engaged in sexual acts for money. A venient or unscrupulous person. And it goes in further. To have unlawful intercourse as of or with prostitutes. To pursue a faithless, unworthy, or idolatrous desires. And there's terms of synonyms: bald, Carcian, hustler, streetwalker, call girl, drag, prostitute, tart, coty, hooker, and other forms of definitions. So that's the definition of it. And really truly, it makes me wonder what goes into the mind of a woman, and I'm not sure how old she is that wrote the book, will write a book proclaiming how to be somebody of a group, a race, a whore. And mind you, non-black men have always gotten their ways with non-white women, aka white and black, for centuries now. And because of this, black men, whether they care or not, they're not in no interest, worrying or concern what sisters do with their front if they're, you know, giving it out to other groups of men rather than getting paid for or for free. And the reason why, because black men overall knew that, the European man could always get his way with the sister because she's willing with a small heart, give it up for less. Like literally. Don't be fooled that some of these women that are black that's having Europeans pay for them. Overall, they're not really paying for that. All they have to do is show up, and that is pretty much it. And you hear from the one they call David Carroll. He said it best. This man's matter of fact, I might play it better because he explains it more better than anything else. Where is David Carroll? Let me find it, guys. Let me see if y'all guys can hear it. Because bear off. Because me saying about it won't be good enough. I gotta really play it so y'all can hear it. I'm gonna pull it up. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream. No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, almost there. Almost found it. Let me do this because it's not gonna pull up here. What? All right. I must see how well the sound will play. I'm going to cross my fingers. I doubt this. Well, actually, yeah, this will work. Yes, this will work instead. I got a better idea, guys. Hmm. All right. Let me pull this up. I'm probably gonna yeah. I'm gonna mute it and see if this is the one. Just gonna fast forward this junk. All right, let me see this one. Give me a second, guys. All right, I found it, guys. So listen good, and like I always know, I mean he's been gone now, so you know what the deal is. So listen carefully.
Against us, but this brother doesn't have any dysfunction. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked, because what you have to understand is that where there is no dysfunction, they will manufacture it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Anything to get to that white man, which we're gonna deal with in a minute. But where there is no dysfunction, because remember now, y'all got to remember, when we come out and we laugh about 70% of black women being single, what do they say? What is their retort for that? Their rebuttal is, well, the reason why 70% of black women are single is because the dating pool of eligible black men is shrinking due to crime, due to homicide, due to prison. These are the talking points. Homosexuality. All the good black men are what? Dead, in jail, or married. That's what they say. These are their talking points. Maybe not in jail, dead or married. But, that's something for another video. We know the talking points they use. So if that's the reason that you have 70% of black women who are chronically single is because of this dating pool has shrunk. And you have a CJ who clearly is above that. Now, they criticize this brother for it.
Now, for people that know who CJ is, that's I think his name's CJ King. I talked about that back in 2020. He got his JD and he's saying that he is not considered prize, etc. etc. Yo, these women were livid. They was calling him down. I remember one time I recorded one particular conversation I had on the what's it, brain trust? And one dude played or what she was actually she was part of a panel. This one was from Jamaica, and she felt offended that she think this man might have some rump in his backside because he's so because he put black women in regards leaving some stats telling that the reason why he's a prize because he has beaten all odds. And the funny thing, a lot of black women did not like that, including anyway, wait, no fact, somebody wrote something. What's good? Okay. All right, let's keep going, man. I had to tell y'all that because I find it interesting that a black man did what he should be doing, right? And there should be acknowledgement to the point, he feels good because the ego is very fragile when it comes to a lot of black men or young men that will become black men. And him making those remarks, I had no problem with it because he has proven fact that he will become even some or even better, But like I said, in the society, you as black men, you're not supposed to have no ego. You're not supposed to be assertive, brother. Talking about how you accomplish certain things, how people are denying your ability. Let's keep listening.
Because of how he was posing in his Instagram photos after graduation. Come on now, that's the best y'all got. That's the best y'all got. You're trying to tell me. If you've ever been to a college graduation, if you've ever graduated, what are people doing right after graduation is over? They're taking pictures, they're clowning. Oh, you have busted your ass for 6 years trying to get this degree. I'm going to take these pictures after I do the formal picture with the family. I'm going to clown in those photos. Yes, we got to give the brother a pass. He's graduating from law school, for heaven's sake. That's the best y'all got. Y'all going to complain about how he's posing in his pictures? Where there is no dysfunction, they're going to manufacture dysfunction. Why? Because they need dysfunction to justify doing what? What have I told y'all? They're going to use your dysfunction against you to justify doing what? Getting with God.
And you know who God? Wait. You know what God is to black people, especially black women? The God is the non-black man, the European man. If you see a picture of Christ, he is pale as skin with long, straight hair and has a piercing sky eyes. That's why they'll give you the runaround, brothers. That's why they'll make the excuse for you. They will give you those looks. They will give you the smirk. They'll give you everything all in the above. Because you do not look, and you are not the representation of divinity and power and God. And if you're not God in their eyes, what are you? Man, you are the devil. You are the devil. So what's the opposite of good? Evil. Right? 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 Let Mr. Carroll continue talking.
In other words, the white man. And they have to have that dysfunction because you think about it.
Wait. What he said? He said what? The white
man. They're going to manufacture dysfunction. Why? Because they need dysfunction to justify doing what? What have I told y'all? They're going to use your dysfunction against you to justify doing what? With God.
And who's God?
In other words, the white man. And they have to have that dysfunction because you think about it, CJ, they should be sending CJ their resume. They should be sending him.
Hold on. We're going to run again.
That where there is no dysfunction, they will manufacture it. Oh, yeah. Anything to get to that white man, which we're going to deal with in a minute. But where there is no dysfunction, because remember now, y'all got to remember. When we come out and we laugh about 70% of black women being single, what do they say? What is their retort for that? Their rebuttal is, well, the reason why 70% of black women are single is because the dating pool of eligible black men is shrinking due to crime, due to homicide, due to prison. These are the talking points. Homosexuality. All the good black men are what? Dead, in jail, or married. That's what they say. These are their talking points. Maybe not in jail, dead or married. That's something we know the talking points they use. So if that's the reason that you have 70% of black women who are chronically single is because of this dating pool has shrunk. And you have a CJ who clearly is above that. Now, they criticize this brother for it because of how he was posing in his Instagram photos after graduation. And come on now, that's the best y'all got. That's the best y'all got. Y'all need to try to tell me if you've ever been to a college graduation, if you've ever graduated, what are people doing right after graduation is over? They're taking pictures. Busting your ass for 6 years trying to get this degree. I'm gonna take these pictures after I do the formal picture with the family. I'm gonna clown in those photos. Yes, we got to give the brother a pass. He's graduating from law school, for heaven's sake. That's the best y'all got. Y'all gonna complain about how he's posing in his pictures where there is no dysfunction. They're going to manufacture dysfunction. Why? Because they need dysfunction to justify doing what? What have I told y'all? They're going to use your dysfunction against you to justify doing what? Getting with God. In other words, the white man. And they have to have that dysfunction. Because you think about it, CJ, they should be sending CJ their resume. They should be sending him their resume saying, listen, man, choose me.
No, they will not send you no resume. And let me tell you why. Because you just said it, Mr. Carroll. You are not God. And if you're not God, what is the end result? You are the devil. And we all know, especially black folks, we do not like, or last time I checked, they don't worship the devil. I could be wrong. Matter of fact, they'll go as hard as they'll try to destroy devil. And it makes me wonder why black folks today engage in black and black crime. Because you are the devil. And like always, you must expunge and erase evil. I know. Let's keep going.
God, we be talking about, no, they don't want him. They don't want, and Krista Carson said it. Listen, that's a unicorn. That good black male, that bullshit don't exist. Stop wasting your time, sister. You're going to go out here and find you a white man. Now, the irony, because there are two ironies in this shit. And the first irony is this. This white man, he doesn't need that law school degree. No. See, this white man can be a high school dropout. And in the case of the sister that we've seen right here on YouTube, that black woman found that white dude homeless, living in a shelter, strung out on meth. And that sister took that white man into her home around her children. I remember that. And she complained on a live stream. I mean, they actually gonna give me this much ammunition, man. I can't believe it. She complained on a live stream about what? The size of his penis.
I'm not sure if that was Crystal Swirls, the man's talking about. It sounded like that woman, the big one, the fat one though. Yeah, I think it's her. I believe it's her. Yeah, that's sad. That's shameful. That's very shameful. The audacity you do, you ladies, if you fall on this primer, to have the possibility of whiteness in your lives, it's repulsive. It's ridiculous, person. You think he'll take a esteem, a well-to-do man that's of of value. But for this particular woman, the sister, she takes a bum that's on drugs, that has a son, and brings them both in to around her kids. That's weird to me. It's very weird. I always hear from a lot of black men, and I agree with some of them that it is a small pool of men that these women are messing with sexually. Why they use you as a wallet. It is actually true. Very true. I don't know, man. I find it weird. How you doing, Femi? I see you in chat room. Let's keep going.
A homeless, drug addict, unemployed. She took him into her home around her children. Why? His white skin. His white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins.
Sins. God damn. And you know, I know, isn't it? Great pill, bro. Multitude of imperfections and sins. And for those that y'all are Bible thumpers, we all know the consequence of sin. I need to go. I had to spell it out. Y'all know what it is. Imperfections and sin. God damn, it's rough being a black man. I got to. Let me see if there's any more of this.
As long as he's white, he don't need no law school degree.
Nope.
So CJ said, aha, now what? Now when? This degree. Now I'm a prize. But guess what, CJ? This white man is the prize even without the college degree.
Facts.
All he needs is white skin. And the reason why he only needs white skin is because the majority of black women worship his white skin. This is the reason why I told y'all in this video. This is the reason why if you go to one of these sisters and you ask them, excuse me, are you married? Are you dating? She's going to immediately retort, what? Yes, one boyfriend.
Kayla, Nicole, someone. Who else? Damn, I think Eve might have said one time. I could be wrong. There's a bunch of them, yeah. They'll tell you, they won't tell you just any boyfriend. I think what's the name? Then one time, what's her name from The Real? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, right? That's dating the bum actor. Oh, and a side note, I noticed one woman post some on the chat room during one of a few live streams, and Lonnie Love, yes, Lonnie Love, and she said that her boyfriend is worth $2.5 million. I said, and I retort, I said, okay, how much is Lonnie Love worth? Silence. Silence. Crickets. 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 Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that you talking about this dude doesn't make as much more than you? You make more money, but you take this man. And the reason why Lonnie had to settle, let's be honest, she's settling. Because there's no other dude that's taking her. Hell, she doesn't want to improve her how she looked, much just drop the weight. So now she's going to have to pay for the dick. I'm sorry, that's what it is. You got to pay for the thing. And she came to the point she got tired paying for things. So she said, if I can't have no black man that's good looking or whatever, I'm just going to, double down and get a Brad, a low quality one. And that's what she did. No, I got you, bro. Line love, yeah. And then she came out on the real one time, said some dumb shit. Talking about say, what she said? What the hell she said? I remember. Oh, she said this. How something wrong with the black man, this and that. I said, no, something wrong with you. Why you could not get a black man that was from the start? You went to school, you went to college, you got this degree. I think she got a degree in tech. You got all this. Why you didn't settle that with one dude that is and make a life? Which there's a lot of black women in college. I'm saying. So you wasting time in college. You up here probably partying, having fun. Wait, somebody wrote some. Come on, guys. Let me refresh my thing. Could I don't know if you said that, Femi. Hold on, Femi. 1 second. Refresh. You wrote something, Femi. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, it won't put on Google or YouTube. So I'll read your comment. You said, Femi, do you think I'm paying for the thing as a plus size woman? That's a very good question, Femi. Mm, 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 mm. Whew. I have no answer. I can't answer that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But back onto line love. She's going to have to settle. And she did settle. She didn't make use of her years while she might have been big or maybe smaller or whatever. And as she leaves the college level going into the job market, it gets rough, especially for a big woman. And I know most women don't like this talk about big people and all that stuff. I get it. I understand. I feel you. I feel you. But we gotta be honest. It is rough out here. The competition is stiff. And I'm going to talk about the Kayla, Nicole, and Travis. What is his name? Travis something in a bit. Because they're on the thumbnail this the stream. Good portion of black women today hate the word competing. Matter of fact, they don't want the word competing in their psychology. They don't want the word be excluded, expelled out of their mouths, or anyone expelling or saying the spells. You got to compete for a man. That's offensive to modern, normal black women today. And I remember a few content creators, said that they don't want to compete for a man. Okay, you don't compete for the man. That's fine. You get this. You get the end results. You get what's served. It's that simple. If your attitude is very poor and nasty, you're gonna struggle. If you too big, you're gonna struggle. Hell, if you're not even cute, you will struggle. That is the future that holds for modern women. Now, everybody would say, what about the men? Men have always, since the time here on the soil, had to take what's given. And eventually they might settle. But we all know women, it's different psychology in regards to when they hear the word settle. So that's what it is. All right, let me read your comment. I'm gonna finish play this little audio. All right, I see your feet coming. Well, I'm getting flew out. I know you think plus size girls don't get flew out. Oh, you getting flew out? Really, Femi? Are you getting flew out by a very well pocket man, where his pockets are big, money wise and all that stuff? Is it a business trip, or you getting flew out to get the D? I'm curious. While you answer, let me finish play this.
Yes, I have a white husband. Now I have a husband. Yes, I have a boyfriend. No. We have to emphasize what is important. And what is important, I have not just a husband, but I have a white husband. And God for you. Yes, I have a white boyfriend. It is because of his whiteness. White skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins. Y'all remember? Remember back when that white dude made that post, or that sister, she recorded her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was a Donald Trump supporter. He was getting on her about, if you don't like Donald Trump, go back to Africa. And she was sitting there in the post. I done videos on it. We all seen the footage. And she's sitting there. Why are you talking like this? Why are you being so mean? Why are you being so racist? Y'all remember that dude? When she met that dude, here we come. Here's another one. When she met that dude, she took him into her home. He, too, unemployed, behind in child support. You can't make this shit up. Wait a minute. Stop.
Hold on, I gotta rewind that back.
You're trying to tell me the white man who is the protector, the white, and they have to have that dysfunction.
Hold on, I gotta rewind it back, guys. Hold on. All right. Before I play this, I gotta acknowledge the super chat. As I see Robbie Privilege with $7.77 super chat. And she writes, plus size women get love too. No sleep. We know what we be saying. And I see Phoebe writes, exactly. I don't know what they be thinking. Plus size women get better. All right, let's keep going.
When she met that dude, she took him into her home. He, too, unemployed, behind in child support. You can't make this shit up. Wait a minute. Stop. You mean to try to tell me the white man who is the protector, the white man who is the provider, is behind in child support payment? That was only something that black man dealt with.
No, my good friend, Mr. Carroll, absolutely not. Non-black men get put on child support and they don't pay either. That's why the United States of America had to put a bill in place, roughly in 1992, I believe, if I can remember right, roughly now 31 years ago, that now they will criminalize you if you don't pay or you're behind in child support. One of the few things they'll do, if you're behind a certain threshold, you would spend some time in jail or maybe in prison, I think, which one is. The other thing, they will take your passport. They will also take your driver's license. They're going to stop you from making an income because now you can't travel driving around. And by doing this, this will make it hard for you to function in this environment. Imagine that. Imagine that. White men don't pay for child support. And word on the street, because I've experienced it, I know family members on my side. Well, not in this country, especially. Probably upper north. Her so-called baby daddy is not probably not paying no child support now as we speak, and he's white as snow. or even when she's even attempting to get him to pay child support. I don't know what the case may be. Nonetheless, he's not worrying about creating bastard children with black women. And unfortunately, he's not even paying child support. Now, I'm not sure why people think that these men, a group of men, are paying child support for most of their kids. That's far from the truth. I don't care what percentage you want to go or any stats to read. Majority of men in America, if we want to keep real, rarely pay for child support. And if you are the select F boy that most women screw, that's the small percent, unfortunately, they're definitely not going to even see a child support check given to the baby mother. They're not going to give a child support check to baby mom on the average. Ain't that some? So we got to really ask the question: who really is trying to pay child support and function in society? The man that's being productive, the ones that are struggling working, or the one that got some, career or some trade. They're probably the ones that has been paying their child support if they have children and either they're married or they're in a situationship. Nonetheless, they're the ones that's gonna be paying, not these so-called dudes that's not about nothing. Or let's go further. Certain white dudes that's not really paying at all. If they deal with sisters, if they knock you up, mostly 9/10 of the time they might not even look the way. They'll move on and act as though that's not their kid and not give no money. And that's something that's not being discussed. Now, I know this is going to get triggering if anybody gets far to this stream and might rebuke me for this. I'm telling you right now, you can review all you want. If you don't believe me, if you're a person that's not married or you're in a situation with a non-black mate, get knocked up and see how that relationship goes. And I guarantee if that relationship turns left, you're going to be struggling to get any money from that dude. Believe me. All right, let me keep playing. All right, let's keep going.
She took that white dude and his child. And again, she admitted this out of her own mouth. Not me lying on her. On a live stream, she admitted when I met the dude, he was unemployed, behind in child support with his child. I took them both into my home and I was taking care of both of them. Wait a minute. Hold on now, y'all. Stop the president. Stop. Red flag. Fuck this. I'm challenging this play, ref. Wait a minute. Ref. How is that not struggle love? How is that not a dusty? Wait a minute, ref. You mean to try to tell me that she took in a guy who was homeless, a guy who was behind in child support payments? Every time I do these videos outside, these guys want to fly over here. I think they be listening to my whole, man. It never fails. Whenever I record one of these videos, it comes. But anyway, back to the point. You mean to try to tell me, Ralph, that this white dude is behind in child support payments? He's unemployed. He don't have a place to stay. And this sister took them both in and was working a full-time job taking care of him. Ralph, how's that not struggle love? How's that not dealing with a dusty? You know how it's not dealing with a dusty? You know how it's not considered struggle love? His white skin, say it with me. His white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins. So even though he's unemployed, that's all right, baby. Come stay with me. I got room for you, baby. If that was a black dude, oh, hell no, nigga. You better go see if you can serve on a cup to your friend. I ain't taking care of no nigga. You got me fucked up.
Except if he is breaking your back, baby. You scratch that kitty. Oh, don't worry, you get the bed. You don't get the couch, you get the bed. As a matter of fact, he'll eat the foods. Matter of fact, if you throw it down harder and blow the back even worser. Should buy a PS3. I'm sorry, should buy a PS5 or Xbox Series X. Continue.
You better get a job. I ain't taking care of it. I ain't marrying down. I ain't doing no struggle love. I want a high confidence. I want to bet. I want to level up. Hey, nigga, I can't holler at you. I ain't dealing with no nigga. Agreed, one.
Oh yes. Gotta rewind that. Hold on.
Both in and was working a full-time job, taking care of him. Right? How's that not struggle love? How's that not dealing with a dusty? You know how it's not dealing with a dusty? You know how it's not considered struggle love? His white skin. Say it with me. His white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins. So even though he's unemployed, that's all right, baby. Come stay with me. I got room for you, baby. If that was a black dude, oh, hell no, nigga. You better go see if you can serve on the couch of your friend. I ain't taking care of no nigga. You got me fucked up. You better get a job. I ain't taking care of no. I ain't marrying down. I ain't doing no struggle love. I want a high confidence. I want to bet. I want to level up. Hey, nigga, I can't holler at you. I ain't dealing with no nigga. But a white dude, come on in, baby. Come on in. You and your child. Not just you, your child. And when y'all here, I will take care of you. I will go to work and feed and clothe you. And on top of not only feeding and clothing you, I'm going to be in this ass over for you. So, I mean, come on now.
Hold on, guys. 1 second. I gotta compose myself. Is this thing done? Let me check. Let me see. I think it has a little bit more. Let me keep playing.
It covers a multitude of imperfections and sins.
That's it. Ah, man. What's good, everybody? I see y'all in the chat room interacting. Make sure I hit the like button, share the stream, super chat, cash app. You know the deal. Boy, I miss that dude. At some things he's on point, at some things he might be off point, but at least he has a point on this one. But anywho, now, before I start, let me read out comments. I apologize. Behind in child support, dead. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to tag you in a short chaos. I don't know what you're thinking. Plus size women are women and men like us. That's interesting. Okay. 25 to 50 bands or more, I think. Oh, that's a lot. I miss child support. Should have never need to be enforced. Yeah. Only working and productive men pay child support. Indeed, Jay Shine. Indeed. You have a smart mouth. Yeah. Hand orange, cover eyes. Yeah. Low key, I will fight harder for a PS5. Oh yeah, you need to, Gray Pill. That game PC. Yeah. And we have Kane Dolphins 89 salute cast. Hello. All right, now. Now we deal with Chelsea and Kaylin and Swift. Now, before we deal with this, and guys, keep the likes going because I'm not gonna be looking at the chat room periodically. There was some that Kaylin said in regards to her relationship status. Let's have a look, shall we?
Very single, extremely single. This is the most single that I've been probably since I was born.
What does
It's
it
a
take
lot.
for you to be like genuinely attracted to a guy? Yeah.
1 being personality, 2 being looks, ambition, career, drive, financial stability, no kids, no previous marriages, never been to jail. I got 2 dogs, that's it. Live in a high rise by myself, nice car, and I would just like you to come correct.
And enhance.
Yeah, and it's just really not like that out there in the streets.
I know it's not.
Now, my question to Miss Kaylee. You had that with the Brad. What happened, sweetie? I mean, what happened? Like, literally. Because they've been together for like nearly 5 years. Oh, excellent question, Jay Shine. That's a very much excellent question. And I'll answer you, brother. The answer is no. And the reason why I say no, because it, like Mr. Carroll said, if you were in a relationship for more than a year or 2, or even a few months, unless you're slapping skins, this is not no relationship where you're just gonna be in a relationship for a few years and not be getting your back blown out. And mind you, she and what's her name? Kelce been in a relationship back in the mid 2010s when they're in their like mid 20s, roughly. Early mid 20s, I think. And the funny thing about this, like literally, she asking for all this, and she had this by this man. Now, we all know the story that Kelce was in a relationship with her for years, and she had to pay pretty much everything, and he was cheap throughout the whole relationship. And I covered this back in like, was it last year or the year before? And I said this personally. I asked ladies this, especially the color of the man. Why are you in a long-term relationship with a man and he's not even doing at least the bare minimum towards this relationship? Especially if you are a multimillionaire. That I find very odd. If this was a black man, let's keep real. To Kaylin, sweetie, just like most sisters, and like what Mr. Carroll said, you ain't not gonna pull up for even less. Matter of fact, you're gonna make the black man jump over the moon and run pure game for him to even possibly, depending if he's that small percent and is that type of brother, that you look over certain things. Literally. But because Kelce has that skin tone, that skin that most women are drooling over because of the possibility of divinity, God, status, etc. She, will let a lot of things slide to the point where she's paying for food, doing all that. And mind you, a lot of people say this is fronting, but I would say personally, I think it's really true. Because how we know, if y'all heard earlier in the tape I played by Mr. Carroll, a lot of black women will give it leeway and will be very lenient to the white man. He don't have to bring not much at all. And they will get everything from a sister. Hell, they got the sisters working more than one job. Hell, they'll be getting the booty on a given notice. Man, he don't have to probably ask for it. They'll say, come here, he'll grab you, and you will give it to him. Man, if you just bend over. Yo, I tell you, this is one of the rawest strengths. I don't know if I'm gonna open this up, man. I don't know if y'all guys want to open up and really question me on this, personally on this, after I go over this. If y'all want, there's two ways if you want me to drop the link to open this up. One, let me have how many likes I got. If I get roughly 7 more likes, I might drop the chat. If not, after I go through this article and stuff, I prefer people give me a super chat or Cash App, and I'll drop the link. Either or is totally up to you. There might be other ways, but that's the premise right now. If you want me to open up and hear from y'all. Okay. So knowing this, Kelce was that woman. Yeah, she was that woman. And unfortunately, I hear a lot of sisters talk a lot of crap towards Kelce. I'm sorry, Kaylin, the black woman, and Kelce, the white dude. I hear a lot of women hitting up on the Twitter saying some derogatory things to Kelce for no reason. I don't know why. It's a lot of butthurt women out here. It baffles me. All right. All right, let me see. Let's see if I can find it. All right. Let me check his IG first before anything else. Scrolling down. All right, I'm just looking down, guys. I'm probably gonna go in the comment section and see if the comments are limited because they don't show nothing right now. And so I had to go up. Maybe I'll select a couple from the IG, see if any ladies were talking bad about this dude. Let's look. Wow. Nah, not IG. IG's crap. There's nothing on IG on this dude. All right, so let me think how I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to think, guys, how to do this. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's go to Travis Kelce and Kaylin. Nicole. Let me see what pops up. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find the right article for this. And it looks like, is this the one? Oh, there's some stupid thing right here. All right, we're going to read this one because this one looks interesting. And this is from the Girls Unite article. I might as well go through this. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It takes a while to look. All right, let's look at this. And it says here, Girls Unite. Leave Kayla and Nicole out of Travis Kelce's new love life. So they say. Black women deserve to move on in peace too. Kaylin Nicole is many things, from on the air sports journalist to a fashion connoisseur. Unfortunately, even though these accolades are worth nothing, she's now finding herself entangled in a non-extensive love triangle regarding her ex-boyfriend Travis Kelce and his rumored romance with Taylor Swift. Nicole and Kelce started dating in 2017, roughly. Yep, I was right. 5 or 6 years ago, which ended 5 years ago. and were in an on again, off again relationship for 5 years. In an interview with the Pivot podcast, the NFL star shares that he was on the market and focused on his career. So he said. Over the weekend, Kelce and Swift broke the internet when the Shake It Off singer shows up in the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears game on Sunday, fueled more of the new relationship status conversations. And what's this? That's the NFL. Of course, the new circulating across all platforms as stains begin to show excitement. Still, it can never be fun and games online when Stan decides to take things too far. After the news broke, Sweeties and trolls began harassing Nicole. Really? Did not know that. Under her photo are people commenting gifs of Taylor Swift and saying cruel things about her previous relationship, though Nicole has not publicized comment on the situation and harassment. As a collective, it's been hard to watch a Black woman face public scrutiny over a relationship she is no longer in. And let me tell you something who scrutinized her. These weirdo swirlers. And matter of fact, I'm going to look at Kaylene's IG right now and see if this is really holding out to wait. Let me see what the hell's going on here. Let me look at these comments. Yeah, I'm looking at the comment section right now. I'm gonna read out some of the comments on one of her Instagram reels. It's funny. I can't share. I'm just gonna read it for y'all. One person writes, CCCY writes, she broke up with the man a year ago. Y'all in her comments doing the most. Leave her alone. And there are, let me see. Oh wow, there's like a whole lot of comments. 26, 14. All right. I think this has like 100. I'm not read all. I'm just gonna scroll down. One person writes, and it's by Miss H Possible. Comment in Seaside. She's saying she fumbled the bag trying to be a boss babe. Yeah, that's right about that. She tried to be a boss babe. Yeah, I agree with that. Next comment by AVG. She wants his money. That's what she wants. But from last time I checked, she was mostly spending some of her money throughout the whole relationship. I'm confused. Next comment. If she wants his money, why would she dump him? Sounds dumb as hell. Well, there's many reasons why the relationship ended. Next comment by Hoodoo. You will never get anything close to her. So go to bed, bro. Well, it doesn't matter because she fumbled the bag. Anybody that see one thing women understand is how you go in is how you go out. That's the next comment. Lames. Next comment. She got her own money. She wasted 5 years of her life for you, Kayla. No, she didn't. She know what she was getting into. She's a participant. Because he has white skin. If he had a white skin, you think in God's creator, if this was a black man, you think she'll stay in a relationship more than a year or two, and she has to be throwing money and be the ones that's, how can I say it? The one that's pulling her weight in the relationship, the majority of the relationship, and a lot of things. All right, next one. And guys, keep the likes up. 5 more, and I will probably drop the link. Or y'all can drop a super chat. Either or will be preferred. Most times. She should have stopped pressuring the dude. I got married after 10 years. Excuse me. Hold on. Wait, stop it. Stop it. I'm not sure what I just read. Is this who's this person that wrote this stupid comment? They write, Blaze Took writes to this person, Slim 24. She should have stopped pressuring the dude. I got married after 10 years. We are fine. Taylor is a walking triple. Red flag. It won't work out, and he's going to become another character in her song. Travis probably saw her drunk at the VMAs and figured she'd be an easy good time. He is not marrying that. The delusion is real, people. Next comment. No, she got her money herself. I read that. That's somebody else talking about money. So what? No drunken. And one person, Bella. And let me see who this Bella person. Who's this guy? I think this is a man or a woman. I don't know this. He writes to Henny. She fumbled the bag. Aren't you black Negroes the same ones who be mad if a girl date for the bag? Now it's an issue. She don't care about the bag. Black men love contradictions themselves. Next comment. She wants a husband, and it sounds like he was ready for that. After 5 consecutive years, I'll ask about marriage too, but slightly. What marriage? Anytime you see, the funny thing about this comment section, from what I'm looking at, Kelce, Kayla, she is not the type that is a married type of woman. I'm just keeping real with you. She is the boss bad chick, ladies. And how I know? Because if this man was not white, you think she would put up more than a year, much as 5 years, with a non-black man, where it was never going anywhere? That's a question you should ask yourself, personally. And I'm gonna read out comments in a second, guys, in the chat room. I'm just going to scroll through this. I'm looking at him on the IG of her page. If she wants his money, why would she dump him? Sounds dumb as hell. Why? Not really. You will never get anything close to her. So no, I read it right. I don't know why people write the same way. No, she got her money. Some of these comments are repeating now. Yeah, these comments are repeating. Let me go down to the next one. For someone who has been following you maybe for all the times this mess, is upsetting me to see these comments. Hope you turn them off. Just remind that you are the girl and we look forward to your content. Okay, that's sweet. And a lot of people saying she said be one. Black men at that. Same, I actually start following her. Okay. I'm scrolling down. Someone apologize because they're Swifty. That's some dumb stuff. And here's a stupid comment right here. Let me read this. Killian, I'm sorry that they're trying to tear you down for a relationship you've been removed from. It's really sad that you've been harassed and the media outlets are acting like you're the problem. This is just another ploy for them to make black women problematic. Instead of them promoting the positive things you're doing, they are trying to make you an undesirable. I know you're strong, but I wish it continues strength and blessings. This too shall pass. Amen. I'm not gonna read no more. Let me see if she has any other interesting comments in here. Yeah, everybody's talking about this man. Next post. And they talking about how he lost his mind. And compare Taylor to Kayla. Let me tell y'all women this. And this is really very sad. It comes to this not to say this. And there's one person right, Taylor Swift is a downgrade from you. No. She's not. All right, enough of that. I ain't gonna read more of that. Let me finish read this, guys. Let me read your comments. Oh.
Unfortunately,
Sorry, guys. Under her photos are people commenting gifts to Taylor Swift and saying cruel things about her previous relationship, though Nicole has not publicized comments on that situation and harassment as a collective. It's been hard to watch a Black woman face public scrutiny over a relationship she no longer in. Unfortunately, this is another case of how severe stain culture can cause people to feel invincible behind their phones and keyboards. Just because Nicole and Kelce are no longer together doesn't grant people access to invade her space online by bringing up his new partner. Over the past few weeks, conversations have been circling about the racism and hatred spewed online, and the situation highlight the ongoing online scrutiny and criticism that Black women face for things beyond their control. And she got like 300 some comments, which I'm not gonna read. When was her B-Day? All right. Human form attachments to media figures in a similar way as we do with people in our lives, though familiar or attraction. We seek to learn more about the person, formulate our opinions about what we learn, and use these opinions and emotional to guide interactions with them. Psychologist Dr. Alfina Berlin told Essence in a previous interview from the situation many see as misogynoir that stems from fans' parasocial relationships with musicians and athletes. Though the Twitter and Instagram spheres, Black women were subject to seeing Nicole getting harassed for absolutely no reason. For Black women dating in the public eye, it can be incredibly challenging from a depth of personal privacy and overzealous fans who feel entitled to part of their lives, which she rightfully remains their own business. Though Nicole's signs show her maturity, it doesn't dismiss the fact that this is bullying and harassment done by fans who don't understand the gravity of their comments. The amount of unwarranted remarks on this new dating rumor proves why Black women deserve advocacy and empathy towards Black women's mental well-being. Okay. Despite being in the public eye, it doesn't dismiss the very real and human feeling. The negative backlash direct at Nicole in response to Kelce and Swift's romance must stop, as it's unacceptable for Black women to be used as scapegoats in any dating scenario. Well, you're a scapegoat today. And the reason why she's a scapegoat, personally, is because, like the article said, you fumbled the bag. There's nothing more I could, sugarcoat. And I'm looking at Taylor Swift and this, and I'm not gonna probably read that because this is not really intriguing. I'm gonna make sure anything else. New York Post. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna look at TMZ instead. Let me look at this. All right. Yeah, we could probably look at TMC, and then I'm gonna check what the status of this video, and if it meets the expectations, I'm probably gonna drop the link. So as long as I got roughly over 25, maybe 27 likes or another super chat, I might drop the link. Taylor Swift raps around Travis Kelce during post-game party. Okay. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are clearly two people comfortable with each other as Taylor drapes her arms around the NFL stud neck following his big team win on Sunday. That's nice. Check out the picture obtained by TMZ showing Taylor very casual hanging in Travis as they spoke to Kelce's friends at a private party at Prime Social in Kansas City, Missouri. Travis appears to be looking down while Taylor engaged in some conversation standing next to him. As you can see, they were very comfortable holding court with TC Inner Circle. Okay. Travis reports renting out the rooftop restaurant bar, which is one of the KC trendiest spots to keep the party going with close friends, families, and cheap teammates. And you can see the picture again. That's what it looks like right here. All right. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. And like I said, for a game bullying is question nonetheless. Let me refresh this. I'm just looking at the chat room, see what the status is. Okay. I need 3 more likes or a super chat. But as it's revealed, as you can tell, like glittery. It baffles me that one stupid person will write in her comment section, Thomas say that Taylor is a downgrade. I find that very odd. I'm not sure this is a black one that said that stupid stuff, but you gotta understand, in regards to eyes of beauty, generally, it's not black women. It's usually non-black women are the beauty standard here in the West. And usually the white woman is the top of the notch beauty standard of the world. I like saying that, but as you can look at the pictures, the centerfolds, hell, you look at who's being promoted. It's not black people or black women. It's usually non-black women. And the top is white women. So no matter how Kayla looks at age 32, and let me see how old Taylor Swift is. Since she was born, Kayla was born in 1992. Let me see how old Taylor Swift is. I'm gonna look her up now. Let's look at Taylor Swift. Let's see how old she is. Imagine that. Ain't this some? Taylor Swift is an 80s baby. She was born December 13, 1989. You know how tall Taylor Swift is? This woman's an Amazon. She's 5'11". Jesus Christ. There's a whole tall chick up here, man. There's a whole Amazon. 5'11"? Jesus Christ. This woman tall as hell. Let me see how tall Kayla is. Height. All right. Kayla she is actually, from my analysis, how I label heights, she is considered also an Amazon as well, at a frame of 5'8". So she's also tall as well. But Taylor is, let me see, 1, 2, 3. 3 times taller than Kayla and Nicole. So she's tall as well. And it makes sense because, let's be honest, Travis is 6'5". And I'm not saying he will deal with a woman that's under 5'8", but most women you see him dealing with is roughly Amazon height in nature. So there you have it. There you have it. All right, let me read our comments. Let's look. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I forgot to hit the subscribe button, so please subscribe to the Chaos Rain channel and also become a member as well. I would like to grow the membership on here. Would be nice. Gray pill. If they broke up a year ago, why is this a big deal? Angela, the reason why it's a big deal because a lot of black women, when they find that Kelce is going back dating his own woman, is a big slap in the face and a sting to a lot of black women, because this dude has a history of swirling and blowing and engaged in a lot of recreational use with black women, and a lot of black women did not like that. Matter of fact, I would be surprised why black women is not really cussing Taylor Swift, but they can't, because they don't got her status. They're not Miss Ann. I'm sorry. Matthew, you're not Miss Cartwright. I'm sorry. And make sure you guys hit the like button. I see 15 people watching now. It's growing. Hit the like button. I'm gonna check the likes, and it looks like we might have 25 likes. I'm not sure. Let me check. If we do have 25 likes or a super chat, I'll have to drop the link for those who want to come up and give commentary. Okay. Oh, I guess no one just want to come up. We got 20 likes, 22 likes. Well, let me read our comments. I thought they broke up recently. TV looking. Okay. And Jay Sean writes, not only is she 5'11", she's one of the most famous women in the world and has more money than Travis. Of course. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if you're still in the building, Jay Shine. I'm gonna do you this favor because you're the more of the older gentleman. And hold on. Wait, did I do this right? I'm going to probably drop the link for Jay Shine. This link for the Jay Shine. I would say it's Jay Shine. Black women are very disappointed because, and they're not disappointed in Kaylin per se. They are, but they're really disappointed at Travis because Travis went back to his community and picked the woman for him to have his legacy. That's the biggest scorn that they do not like. Personally, they do not like that. That's the biggest scorn. That's the biggest scorn that they did not like. And let's be honest, Kayla is getting her tongue lashed right now to the sisterhood because she should have secured the bag with this man. She should have. But she did not. She's failed and failed miserably to secure an actual bag from Kelce. Now, regardless what Kelce relationship with her or what intentions she wants with Kaylin, at the end of the day, you invested years with this man. You have nothing to show for it besides giving up the booty and paying out your pocket. That's some. And you know the funny thing? I heard from one of the stupid content creators saying how black men are trained to be pimps. White men are the biggest pimps. Don't give me that garbage that only black men are pimps. I tell every brother, anytime you hear anyone say black men are trained to be pimps, you refer to him this live stream. Personally. Real talk. This white boy pimped this black chick for 5 goddamn years. He got everything. He got money from her, and he got her mouth and her backside as well. So don't tell me nothing. All right, I'm gonna open the line for Jay Shine. What's good, Jay Shine?
What's good, boss? What's going on?
Oh, what's good, man? What's good, man?
Shit,
Yeah, man, Jay Shine. It's a lot of things I said during this live stream. I'm not gonna recap because depending how often you listen to. But in regardless, it's a lot of sisters that are getting mad at Travis, and they also get mad at Kaylin as well. But I think they're taking their more attack on Kaylin more than Travis. And the reason why that is because Kaylin really fumbled the bag on this one. I'm not saying what rumor is that she was looking for a marriage from this dude, I look at their relationship is that this is a one-sided relationship from what it's been revealed. Regardless, some people say they're trying to use it as clickbait. I say otherwise. And here's why. Because you've been in a relationship in your mid-20s in 2017. And you've been with this dude. You spend money with this dude, right? Now, he said he probably might spend some, but we all know from look at him and look at her, I doubt you're spending anything on this woman at all.
Yeah.
Because think about
it. Spent most of his money on him. Yeah.
Yeah. And we could know it's because we all know, regardless of his clickbait, if this dude was doing what he is supposed to be doing in this relationship as a boyfriend stuff, why are you complaining about spending money? Much as you were spending more of your money than him. And he was making you prove your worth. And you went out your way to prove your worth and still did not secure it at the end of the day. That sounds strange to me. The floor is here, Jay Shine.
Yeah. They don't have a kid together, do they?
Nope.
All right, well, so I can't really say she fumbled the bag because this is what a lot of brothers got to understand about, like you just said a minute ago, about the pimp game. These white boys are fully aware that black women are throwing themselves at white men. That's the idiocy of swirling and divesting, especially being so public about it. Let me tell you something my daughter told me. I was talking to my daughter and two of her friends, right? These three black girls. In fact, there's a picture. I have pictures of them on my IG when I took them to Paris. You know what I mean? So these girls were 17, 16 years old. And these girls are telling me what's going on at the school, with the boys. So I'm asking the girls. We out this, Spanish restaurant out here in Germany. And, they both go to American schools. And I'm asking them what's going on with the brothers, and the brothers hollering. There's like the black boys are cool. The only problem with the black boys is that they be fucking with them Hispanic girls, and Asian girls and some of the white girls, right? That was the only issue. Then I said, well, how about the other dudes? She's like, well, the only ones that talk to us really are some of the white guys, but they talk to us like we sluts. The white boys talk to us like we crazy. Talk to us crazy. This is what these little girls are telling me. They talk to us like they didn't say the word sluts. The term they use is that we easy. They expect us, to just kind of like with that situation with the other white football player, right? When he told that his black girlfriend, get on her knees. So, there's a lot of idiocy in this interracial dating market. And I could talk to the men's side too, but let's just talk about black women right now.
Okay.
That they forget who these people are and what time it is. Travis is running through black women right now. He's running through black women right now. So when I say she didn't fumble the bag, is that she never had a chance to get it anyway. He wasn't taking her seriously. You know what I mean? She was a fine chick that he was keeping around, even though he was sleeping with other women anyway. And she knew that. All right. But he was never going to keep it anyway, because he's in his mode where he's just running through women. So she never really had a shot. That's what I'm saying. All right. Now, but the Taylor Swift situation is different. But Taylor Swift is a woman of status. Whether she's white, if Taylor Swift was black, white, doesn't matter. Her status is, was keeping her, in the game, if you will. She has more money than Travis. She has more notoriety than Travis. She's more well-known than Travis. People in Europe don't know who Travis is. You know what I'm saying? People in Asia don't know who this guy is. He's a football player on the American football team. American football is not the biggest sport in the world. You feel me? So, but Taylor Swift is actually having a historic, tour right now. Her tour is outselling and outperforming Beyonce's tour. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah. She's making more money than Beyonce. Even now, don't get me wrong. Beyonce is having historic running too, but they're both doing is phenomenal. But there is an effort amongst white people to support Taylor Swift more. There's like a racial thing going on in that area, but I'll leave. That's a whole nother discussion. Now, that woman there, for any black woman to say that Taylor Swift is a downgrade, is now we're gonna get inflammatory. Let's get into it, chaos. Any woman who ever said that is a woman that's operating on whole logic.
Yep.
All right. She's operating on whole logic. That's a whore that you listen to. Any sister who say that, I want you to hear me. I want to be some clear on this chaos. Case because there's some people who like to come in your comment section and say shit about me. That's fine. Make sure we clear on this one. If that's your thinking, you a slut. Okay? I said it. All right? You a dumb hoe. Okay? If you think that Taylor Swift is a downgrade versus his other sister. Okay? Because what you operating off, sister, is dick and pussy politics. All right? Taylor Swift can is on no level a downgrade. First of all, she's going to give him white children. Okay?
Can you say it again?
She's going to give him white children, famous white children. All right? That he could fall off tomorrow. He could break his leg tomorrow. His career could end tomorrow. And his kids are still going to go to a white privileged Catholic school or private school and have status. Without his name alone, his kids will have status. His kids will be treated a certain way because of who Taylor Swift is. All right? So when we talk about status, all right, there's no fucking way in the world that she could be a downgrade. All right, in the world we live in. All right, that's just a hoe looking at Taylor Swift, looking at how she ain't got the body of the other black girl. You know what I mean? Or she's not as pretty as the other black girl, and saying this is a downgrade because you operating off animalistic logic. You're not even thinking straight. Okay. That's like there's no different than saying there was a white guy was with a more beautiful woman, a woman that's more beautiful than Beyonce. He dumps that beautiful woman and gets with Beyonce, and you say it's a downgrade. It's no different. The status of Beyonce trumps her beauty.
Yep.
If Beyonce fell off tomorrow in the beauty department, her status will still keep her above all you hoes. Okay. So anybody, woman who would say something like that is operating off whole logic. She's not thinking correctly. And you know what I mean? So, and on top of that, she has more money than him. So he's in a Kevin Federline position right now. You know what I mean? He can take her to get child support out of her ass. And speaking of that, let's talk about child support when it comes to white men. Let's talk about how ruthless they are. I want you to ask Holly Berry. She's paying 2 white men child support. All right. I want you to ask Aisha Tyler. Who she paying child support to?
And she just got out of finance the.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Aisha Tyler, who she
and
paying
the funny
child
thing about
support
this,
to? You know what I mean?
And the funny thing about Jay Shine is that she just got out of a marriage as well, and going to be paying alimony and child support.
Yeah. First of all, she paid child support to her baby daddy, a white boy that was a baby daddy, right? They didn't even marry her. They called her a nigga bitch. She's paying child support to him. And then I just looking at her ex-husband, the Spanish dude, he looked like, and I know how Spanish are, how Spain, I'm not talking about Hispanics, I'm talking about Spain. Men from Spain are. They anti-black little motherfucker. All right? So they're going into a world where they're just something to fuck on, right? I'm talking about women black women who don't have a status. Black women who are just cute. Black women who just look good. They just getting ran through. Chris Evans, Captain America, running through black women. You know what I mean? Bad.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Badass black. This video out there of him getting caught, getting numbers and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about fine sisters throwing themselves at white men. Look, I work in DC. I've seen it. I'm over here in Germany. I'm seeing it. All right. I'm seeing there's some of these young sisters who are getting with these white soldiers, white boy soldiers, right? And these white boys are broke. You know what I'm saying? But they can't do no wrong. So we see the dynamic. What I tell people all the time is that the times are changed as far as technology. We're in modern times, but the political situation has not changed. This is plantation politics as usual. All right. So what you see over there with the Chrissies and the Paris Milans and the Senjis, that's plantation politics as usual. And what black men got to understand is that this is all about power. It's not about emotion. This is not about, having, this is not about justice, if you will, or what's right and wrong. It's about power. All right. And the Travises will get to do the black women dirty is all they want. And you know what I mean? They can get to fuck them and do what they want to do, dog them out. and they're still not going to be held into this narrative, because the narrative, the overall narrative between black men and white men, is different. We have this running narrative that we're dusties, we ain't shit, no matter what we do, no matter what great things we do. You know what I mean? No matter what we do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You're still going to be relegated to, it's no different than, let's take black women out of the equation. When you go out to the workforce, no matter how great you are, there's still going to be a glass ceiling, you know what I mean, that you're going to run into. Because you're a black man, right? Because there's a running narrative. If you even show any emotion, you automatically an angry black man. So there's a running narrative that has never changed, really, about black men or even black people to a certain extent. And what's crazy about sisters is that they have a narrative too of being an angry black woman, to being the one that's always accused of stealing something in the dorm or at the office. You see what I'm saying? But they throw all that shit out the window like it doesn't exist. And they treat these white boys like somehow they had a fucking convention somewhere where they changed and became better people. You know what I mean? No, white man is still a white man. And he gonna do what he gonna do. And again, what's the secret to the world? Chaos. People do what they can get away with. And if you out here throwing yourself at white men and pedestalizing them, they're gonna just dog you more. Right?
Yeah.
So
right.
so when you out here, you got all these black girls missing. Like, you know, granted, black men are the most men, the men who did out the most. That's the narrative they're running with. Okay, fine. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. All right, black women are date out the least. Okay, let's keep that. If black women are dating out the least, then why do we have so many stories of black women missing, kind of dead, getting beat up by white men? You know what I mean? And these are the ones that are creeping out, because you know a lot of sisters don't tell what's really going on between them, as if they would between a black man. You see what I'm saying? If a black man does something, it's on the street immediately. So, you know, I say, look, if you want to swirl, if this is something you invested in, this is something you care about, that tells you who you are. All right? Because if you a real down sister, you don't give a fuck about a Travis. You don't care what's going on between him and that female. But the reason why they care is because they wish they can be her. They wish they could be in that place. They wish they can be, like Kola Bulu said, like it was 8 years ago. I remember she on a Tommy Sunwatch channel back in 2012, 2013. This is old school shit, y'all, for those who ain't been around that long. There was a sister that was a straight swirling. Crystal Carolson is not new. There's been women in this space on that shit. And she said, you know, she'd rather be a white man's hoe than being a black man's
husband.
No, not husband. She said, well, not wife. She said something else. She said, I'd rather be a white man's hoe than be a black man's boot. That's what she some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, and this is what she said out of her mouth. This is a black woman. So, you know, this pathology is with us. Now, is that all black women? No, but the bedwitch pathology, just like the bedbug pathology, just like the Sambo pathology, just like, you know, the Uncle Tom pathology, the mammy pathologies, all these pathologies are still with us, Chaos. And we just watching it happen different time, because now we got social media. So everybody gets to comment on a situation like this. And you get to see exactly what they think. You get to see exactly how they see things. And I say, cool. Because at the end of the day, I understand one thing, Chaos. None of this shit gonna change with us as black men until we start getting some fucking power.
That's what it is. Bottom line. That's the only result, man. End result. You know.
That's the
if
only
you
way
look at
it,
and the sad thing about that, and you know, even the term power is foreign to a lot of young black men or men that's a certain age. But we have to be honest. At the end of the day, the reason why we are dealing with the problems we are because we're actually powerless. You get me?
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. You think, and I was to a conversation, Jay Shine, right? On a stream, right? And the ladies, when I tell them how to operate in this environment, I tell them, if you go in there and a man's taking advantage, or, you know, making advance towards you, you know what I'm saying? Holler at you and all stuff. And the first reaction you making, you screw your face, saying something, probably cuss them out and all stuff. And it's right there. There's a problem right there. And I told these ladies, so what makes sense? You combat something with the same force, exertion. You had to take an approach in an environment that, let's be honest, it's not safe for anyone in the West. If you're going to act like a man and act aggressive like a little bitch, you're going to be treated like a man, and you're not going to like the end result, you know? Men overall are not going to be so hesitant to sit there trying to like put hands on you or try to fret you because you deny them a number. That's not a psychology of majority men. I'm sorry. Regardless of ones that are raised by my women. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how you carry yourself. And a lot of women, Jay Shine, just don't see it like that. You get me?
Look, man, we're not dealing with mature women. Let's just be honest about it. Because the evidence is out there. If we talk about go at the Kevin Federline, right? Kevin Federline didn't just break Britney Spears. Britney Spears is crazy. So he broke a crazy chick. But he also broke Shaw Jackson. Everybody forget about the black girl he was with after.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, actress. Yeah, forget about that. Had her out here looking crazy. Then you had was it Chet Hanks, whatever it's Tom Hanks' son. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, the proof is in the pudding, man. We can find the evidence to prove this, but at the end of the day, Cass, I'm not trying to prove nothing to black women. I don't think and I don't think any black man should try. All right. If they want to suck up on white daddy, they care what white daddy's dick is doing, let them hoes go. You know what I mean? Let them go do what they're going to do. Now, it's good to point some of this out politically and socially what the dynamics are, because this is a power dynamic. All right. This is a power dynamic. If a white boy can make black women single mothers, run through them, slut them out, and then there's no backlash to that from black women, you know what I mean? Then that's a power dynamic. Let me go even a step further. Ghetto gaggers. You want to talk about rap music as being so disrespectful to black women? What the fuck is ghetto gaggers? There's nothing more disrespectful than that. There's nothing more disrespectful than that. There's nothing more demoralizing, demeaning than that. The platforming of a Suki Hana or a Sexy Red by white folk. There's nothing more demeaning than that. White people are platforming them. So there is no backlash for what Miami and white daddy do. And the reason why that is, Chaos, because we still got the plantation politics in effect. All right?
Yeah. And
that's what you're seeing play out right now. This is plantation politics. All right? So, at the end of the day, a hoe gonna be a hoe. I'm all about being on power. I feel like we got 20 to 25% of black women who are still down, who are still sisters. I rock with my sisters. I rock with that 20, 25%. The rest of them, fuck them. That's my mentality. All right. You either get down or you lay down. That's power shit though. Chaos. That's a power mentality. You either with me or you're against me. That's a power mentality. You know what I mean? Also, power is the ability to punish or reward. I reward sisters who are cool. I punish hoes who ain't. All right. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? So that's the shit I'm on. Now I wish a lot of black men would get on the same goddamn page. You know what I mean? And we'll start seeing a goddamn difference, because at the end of the day, this is not about loyalty. This is not about right and wrong. This is about what it is. So
y'all guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream, and if you want to support channel, please super chat and cash up whatever you see it in the chat room. And I did put the call line for those that want to come up and have this conversation. To move shifting gears here, as you can tell from the thumbnail, from the book on the upper corner between the two, well, one of them is an athlete, one is a singer, and the other one is like chick on the bottom. The woman that wrote the book, To Be a White Man's Whore, right? I looked at her profile, and I didn't skim through all her content. I skimmed through a few videos here that she has on certain social medias, and from what I got out, and this is my take, and not conclusion, my take about the woman, she looked more like she could be a byproduct of miscegenation, a mulatto, a mixed woman, most likely. She could be African American, but she looked like she you could tell she looked like she has something in her, right?
Yeah, she got the admixture.
I find it, I find it interesting for a woman that's dealing with relationships. You write a book about how to be somebody's whore, and not just anybody whore, a white man's whore. And doing on in mind, that book came out back in 2021, and we're 2 years now into that book she released. And I'm looking at all her social media and all what she's putting out. She's not getting no traction at all putting out material like that. And it's not really considered a book, Jay Sean. It's more of like a pamphlet because it's under 100 pages.
Yeah.
You get me? So I'm thinking to a lot of women now, whether mix or not, they doing everything in their power will to not only get attention, but trying to get in grace with white men.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's like I told you, it's plantation politics. You know what I mean? It's no different. Remember, you know, we got so many examples of shit. Remember with the DJ situation, that white boy out there? And
Yeah. And a lot of black women were mad about that.
I mean, this motherfucker was out here handing out a fucking. Not only was he slutting black women, now he was fucking young women, right? So you got the R. Kelly aspect of it. Then you got the fact that he was also handing out a fucking deadly disease. No outrage. Let's get on R. Kelly, who was actually sexually abused by black women as a child. But let's get on R. Kelly though. See, this is plantation politics. All right. And here's the thing, but this is the difference between me and Edward Anderson or BGS. I don't need her to admit it. I don't need the black woman to come back to the table. I don't need her to admit anything. It's like when you arrest somebody who killed somebody, right? I don't need you to admit the shit. If we can prove the shit in court, put your ass in jail. That's the end of it. We don't need you to admit it to put you in jail. All right? We don't need you to admit it. We know what this is. I'm beyond having this conversation with sick people. These sisters are sick. All right? And you can make a case for it. It's not their fault because they were born into this bullshit. Okay, fine. You still don't change the fact that you sick, sis. All right? It still don't change the fact that you operate of whole logic. It still don't change that fact. This is bullshit at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because you don't have a bunch of Jewish women running around talking about, yeah, it's the Jewish man's fault that we were put in ovens. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that bullshit. Because she's not a sick woman. All right? What happened to them happened to them. And they move on as a people, and they got them pick themselves up as a people. You don't hear Vietnamese women running around, even though they date out more. Asian women date out more. They're most disloyal group of women. You still don't hear them throwing their men under the bus.
Ain't that something? I never thought of that too.
And the most disloyal women in the world as far as dating out. They just move. They just do what they do. They go get, because it's about power dynamics. They see white men got money, so they go for white men. They see a couple of black men, American men who got some paper, they get with some black men. You know what I mean? Or some European men. They just move how they move. But they don't go out here. You don't got no fucking websites or channels and them throwing their men under the bus. You don't have no Vietnamese women out here talking about you got us into a war. You Vietnamese men, you scumbag, you dusty Vietnamese. You don't hear that shit. We have a sick woman. You understand? That's the reality of it. And why the fuck would I want a sick woman to come back to the table to have a conversation? All right? Let's just put aside the fact that that's not patriarchal and that's simping on another level. The fact that you even want women to come back to the table, because the only people that should be at the table should be men of leadership. Yeah, that's coming from a patriarch. You understand me? I don't want to sit down with women. Talk about what? A woman can advise me. My woman can advise me. My sisters can advise me. The women I know and trust and that I've chosen to be friends with throughout life because they've proven themselves to be valuable to me. Their advice is valuable to me. When it comes to decision making, the only people at the table I'm arguing with is other men. So this whole table nonsense is an aspect, and it's evidence of simping. It's evidence of the real gynocrats who are males.
Yeah.
All right. So and I'm saying this. I'm not saying you're not saying this, Cass. I'm saying this. So a lot of shit that we see in the manosphere is, it's a bunch of trauma bonded gynocrat bullshit. They're not dealing with power dynamics. And what you're seeing with this sister shit right here, this bullshit right here with this white football player, is a power dynamic. This white boy and others are just running through black women right now. They just running through them. All right,
running from like it's nothing.
Yeah, like it's nothing. So in that world, and no one's tripping. The black football players don't care because they running through white girls. They running through Hispanic girls. They running through Asian girls. You know what I mean? The men at that level, men who have sex regularly, we just have sex, chaos. When I was in high school, we ran through them all. I was in high school in Staten Island, New York. That's all I went to high school at. And we ran through everything in the rainbow. But we didn't look at it. Now, we were dogs in the 90s. We didn't pedestalize women. I'm not these new niggas. I'm not cis-bim. I'm not password bro. I don't put no fucking female on a pedestal because she's non-black. No. A hoe is a hoe to me. All right. That's all it was about for us. It was just about having sex and having fun as young men or young dudes in our teens. That's all it was about. It had nothing to do with color. If she's white, she's going, then okay. If she's Asian, she's going, then okay. If she's black, is she going? Okay. You know what I mean? That's what it was about.
Yeah.
But see, when you operate off dick and pussy politics, you don't see it for what it is. That was just a power dynamic. We were hot boys. They were trying to get down. That's all it was. That was the power dynamic. Same thing with these athletes. Same thing with these rappers. Same thing with these actors. It's no different. Jonathan Majors can have what he wants because of his quote unquote current status. Now he falls off tomorrow. If Jonathan Majors falls off tomorrow, right? You know, he gets fat, whatever the case might be, he's not going to be so, you know what I'm saying? He loses his status. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So anyway, I can go on and on about the shit, man. But this is just really, at the end of the day, chaos is about power dynamics.
Yeah. And not only is power dynamics, but like I said, men they're going through their soaking the royal oats, and because they're the face of divinity, power, God, etc., they just going through women, and women are loving it. That's why you look at a lot of sisters, they don't really complain when non-black men are going through them. Yeah. They have to stay silent, and the reason that stay silent, Jay Shine, is the possibility of not only a relationship of being Miss Cartwright is real to these sisters. If they were able to say anything of any ill will or any consequence to these other group men that they invest their time and energy to hopefully get something out of it, they'll be cut off. You get me? They can't afford to do that. So they're going to keep their mouth shut. That's why you look at any acts the European man does, women got to point back to black men. They have to. Because it gives them a blanket, a cover, where it say, you know, I didn't say nothing about you, Brad. Can you still take me?
Yeah, it's showing out. Yeah, you're right. It's showing out. It's no different. It is no different when you have the black dude who's a Becky worshiper, right? You know, and then he act like he don't see none of this ratchet shit that Becky does, none of this whole shit that Becky. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. It's a power dynamic, and then the way it works is like, let's take color out of it, right? Let's just talk about a black high school full of black kids, right? If you one of the guys that the girls really want, you know what I mean? You get away with shit. You can talk how you want. You can cuss. You can be disrespectful. You know what I mean? And they're still because they want you so bad, right? So what you have in the black community is you have on both sides. But speaking about black women specifically, you have people who want to escape blackness. You know what I mean? And it's reinforced with the programming. This goes back to the doll test, Chaos. This is really deep. All right. You got fucking 3-4-year-old kids who know, you know, that the black doll is the ugly doll, the bad doll. You know what I mean? That's part of the program. Think about it. That's the overwritten software. So you go into to elementary school, junior high school, high school, and the white beauty standard is being reinforced. So now you got crazy chicks running around here talking about they pro-black, but they got fucking somebody else's hair sewn in their head. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insanity. That's insane. You know what I mean? So, you know, and you know, so, and they so proud and they so they want to tell it like it is, got the hand on the hip, and want to wag their finger at black men, but you're not even proud enough to be who you are. That's crazy. Right. You know what I mean? It's no different if a brother was walking around talking about how pro-black he is. He in dashikis every day, and he got nothing but fat white bitches. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You look at him like he's fucking crazy. But this is what we're dealing with. Like my man Martin Luther King said, this is what we faced with. You know, this is the issue. This is what it is. This is what we faced with. So we got to understand we're dealing with pathologies. We're dealing with plantation politics as usual. And all of this shit stems from power dynamics. So if we ever want a better future or anything, you know, as far as black men is concerned, we're going to have to start playing the power game, man. You know what I mean? And not the fun game, not the comfortable game, not the happy game, you know, and definitely not going back and forth with black women. If you don't want to be with black women, leave them alone. If black women you don't want to be with black men, leave them fuck alone. All of this back and forth, everybody's seeing it. And why wouldn't a Travis play on it? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they see all these beautiful black women down here with these nice bodies and these big ass tits ready to suck their dick? Why would they turn that down?
I just don't get it, man. I don't get it, man.
Exactly. Why would they turn it down? So the question I have is not only why would they turn it down, Chaos, why would they not abuse it? You know what I mean? Why would they not abuse it? You know what I mean? Why would they not fucking trash these women, run through them, disrespect them, slap them up, call them nigga bitches, all kind of shit? Why would they not abuse them? Why wouldn't they? When did he change? When he stopped being the white man? You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
So this shit is crazy to me. This whole situation is nuts to me. And again, going back to my first statement, any sister running around here talking about Taylor Swift's a downgrade is a slut operating off whole logic. All right, I said it. I wish she can. I wish a chick would come in the chat room and try to prove me wrong on this one. All right, you making no sense. All right, because you ain't nothing but something to fuck on as far as Travis is concerned. Because he has access to beautiful black women. You know, the sister that he dumped was a beautiful black woman, right?
Yeah,
so now we're not dealing with reality.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're not dealing with reality. All those beautiful black women that he went to college with, they come to the game, whatever the case, or be in his DMs, right? Because you know how our sisters are. When once they know you like chocolate, they flood you. They bone rush him. So I know his DMs is popping. You know what I mean? And he still ain't locked one down because he's not serious about you, bros. The proof is in the pudding. And now he's walking around in public with a skinny, no ass having pop superstar. You know what I mean? He'll claim her publicly, but the rest of y'all just get to suck it off in the truck. Y'all get to be in a Lambo sucking dick. That's all you get. That's as far as it goes for you, sis. You might even get to go side to side in the hotel. All right? But that's as good as it goes. And he don't know you no more. He don't know you no more. But he like black women. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. I say, so what? Oh, well, so be it. Let it be. You know, I ain't trying to save him. You know, I'm not trying to bring him back to the table. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. Fuck him. I like social media. I like the fact that we can see all of this shit happening in public. You know what I mean? I love it because it's the truth. It's not that I don't wish the world was different, right, Chaos? It's not like I don't wish things would be different. Of course I do. But I also respect and appreciate reality, the truth. I like to know what I'm dealing with. All right. You know. So anyway, if you are, I'm sorry.
I want to ask one question to you, and I'm probably cause for a close. In regards to women now, let's say they're out there and they're swirling up, and they want to come back to black man. What is your overall your perspective and take on that?
My genuine take is no, you can't come back. But there are situations that we have to make exceptions for. Like I'll give you an example. I met a chick that was brought up over here in Europe. Went to predominantly white schools, you know what I mean? And through her, now she's coming into the realization of what life is and what her position is as a black woman. I have a daughter, so to watch a young girl grow up and become not only a woman but a black woman, right? I can understand that journey, and I could say, all right, fine. She grew up in Sweden, ain't nothing but white people out there. So of course, if any men she dated, they were probably white. You see what I'm saying? That's different. But if I got a sister who's surrounded by black men, and she's actively going out to search for white men, right, or non-black men, then I gotta look at her for what she is. Okay, that's a different. You see what I'm saying? The context is different. Right. Yeah. But now the context I just gave you, as far as a sister growing up in the 99% or 90% white area, that's rare, right? Most black people grow up around black people. So, like I said, there are some exceptions if you know the context behind their past, because it's about the mentality, Chaos. It's about the mentality. If you come from, America, American black girl, you know what it is. You come from a long line of black women who went through hell at the hands of these people. And like I said, you don't have a bunch of Jewish women out here pedestalizing German men. Okay? And that ain't going for 250 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so shit, more than that. Yeah, because Jim Crow was, in a lot of ways worse because of the terrorism. That's when redlining kicked in. That's when all of the, the lending issues and all of the segregation. You know what I'm saying? That's when we, you know what I'm saying? And then you had women like Oprah and what's that poet's name? I forgot her name. And it shows you how crazy some of this is. I forgot the famous poet, the black female. She's passed away recently. Oh my God, I had a brain cramp. She's a famous poet that everybody, even white people, quote. But she had a white husband. But these are two black women who had
Kimberly Crenshaw?
No. Okay. She passed away recently, a couple years ago. It'll come back to me in a moment. But anyway, she told a story about being young and being raped by a gang of white men. And look what she ended up marrying. She ended up marrying a white man. This is sickness. This is sickness. We have women who are sick. This is a pathology issue. This is this is a mental issue. When you have sisters who look in the mirror and they only see beauty if they have straight hair and lighter skin, we're dealing with a sickness. And I'm not saying that to be funny. This is real. This is not something to laugh at. These are sick people. And that's why I'm so proud of my daughter, and I've been able to raise my daughter, where she's proud to be a black girl. My daughter's never had a weave in her hair. She, matter of fact, I tell you something that happened crazy. She goes to the African stores out here in Germany to get her hair when she does her braids, to do extensions. And when she was there, every time she go there, they give her the cakes, the skin lightening cream samples. I have them in my office. My daughter gave them to me.
Okay.
She gave them to me. She's like, "Hey, they keep giving me this stuff." So these African women are giving my daughter, my dark-skinned daughter, light skin lightening cream.
Wow. Oh my God.
Chaos. When we
Jeez.
get off here, I'm gonna take a picture of them and send it to you directly. All right. I have them in my office. I have like 9 packs of the shit. They're like small packs, small packs of samples.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the shit that the pathologies that's going on.
Oh,
and it's really deep. This is not just an American black woman thing. This is a black woman thing across the diaspora. You know what I mean? It's a real serious issue. This is really serious. It's not funny. It's sick. These women are sick. So when you see, channels like the Sinjis and the others, what you're witnessing is the sickness play out. Because
the person wrote Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Maya Angelou.
I did not know she got her I know we like to use the word touch instead of the R word.
Gotcha. My bad.
Yeah, she got touched by a couple European men. Yeah. And Maya Angelou, she's a unique woman because when I look at her, she is an attractive woman. Besides skin, everything. I did not know all this time that she never. She has kids by a white man, but I didn't know she dealt with white men. Even to the point that they violate her, that she still was able to come around and marry one. That's some deep psychology.
Eartha Kitt would talk about how men of this, men of that. All she dealt with was white men, and then she be on some pro-black shit next minute talking about how systematic racism, and some of her tirades. But all she did was like, well, white men. I mean, it's sick. It's crazy. And shout out to brother him in the chat room for giving us the name, because I forgot her name. But anyway, we're dealing with a pathology. That's why I talk about pathologies. Pathology is dealing with the mental. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of sisters out there with a fucked up pathology. It is what it is. And social media is just put gasoline on it. Like DS1, She Said Six says this all the time about other black women playing the other black women's trauma. And that's what they do. They playing their trauma. So you have black women who've been hurt. They came through a bad relationship. It might have been with a black dude. And they get into either don't trust men or don't trust black men conversations. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And this is what we got to recognize is the deal. All right. This is what we're dealing with. This is the world we live in. All right, because even if black women were down, we still have other problems we have to deal with as black men, don't we? She shot up here. What's good, boss?
Hey man, what's going on? Y'all can hear me?
I gave you loud and clear, brother.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man, having this convo, dog. You hit a couple of good points, man. Chaos, man. Appreciate you for doing the show, man. I think it's definitely observing some of the things that go unsaid, man. And you definitely right, brother. I've seen the same thing, and I'm like that too. Like you know, if a black girl grew up and it, like you say, like if she went to the parochials, right? Or to the charters or whatever, and it was 90% others. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can see her getting with a little Brad or something, but if she had a daddy in her life and she see her daddy, right? And she, in her soul, like you were saying about being a good father, man, she gonna go, if you was a decent man, she gonna want to get a man that's similar, that can provide and that's gonna treat her good like her father. That's why,
Right.
they can choose, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
Like when you say about Eartha Kitt and Maya Angelou, I look at some of these more recent ones, man. That's always the most vocal, bro. Like AOC, she always trying to run AOC. She a big one. I think she's one of the biggest hypocrites. Ketanji Brown Jackson, the one that's the justice.
Oh, the shadow. Don't forget about that chick over there that also part of the squad. The other one with the wizard turban. What's her face?
You talking about what's her name? Talib?
Not Talib. The other one. The one that's from Minnesota. God damn, I'm so bad with names right now.
The Somali
Ketanji Jackson?
No, the one that's part of the
Ketanji
squad.
Jackson?
You got the 4 women that's part of the squad. That's part of AOC. That's down with AOC.
You talking about the Somali one, right? The Somali one?
Yeah.
The
she
one
came over
supposed
here
to
with
be
a
married
Somali
to her own
husband,
brother to get over here and all this old extra shit.
dumped her black man, and now she with white.
Right, but I'm saying
always
they
talking
be
about
the
black
loudest
issues,
ones, yo. And it's like I see AOC talk that game, and then she ain't even go get her a super bread. If you gonna go get you a bread now,
right?
Go get you a super bread. Even with Kamala, look at Kamala, right? She goes gets this dude. Now she tries to play like she black, when it's convenient. She black for pay and black for politics,
right?
But when it come down to it, she just as white bread as the rest. Like you were saying, like you gotta want to be black. You don't want to be going against your culture. But they needed her for optics, right?
Right.
But now I would almost want to even believe her struggle, because I know some of her family. She from Jamaica. My people from Jamaica. I know some of her family, right? Her father. My people know her father. Let's just say that, right?
Right.
And I've heard some inside things I won't repeat here on Chaos Stream. But for the most part, in terms of politics, I'm like, well, where's her husband? So when they found the husband, I'm like, okay, it's just this white guy. He looks like he's a career politician, a career businessman. He's something, might be lobbyist. It's
And he's a recent husband
married
too. He's a recent husband.
You're right. It's recent. So I'm like, when I seen that State of the Union and seeing him reach over and kiss Jill Biden in the mouth,
Lie.
And black women did not have that vitriol to be like, hold up now, because we know, man, you let Obama kiss Jill Biden in the mouth, and
woman
Michelle
in the mouth,
was there.
Yeah, any white woman in the mouth. Yeah,
man, like that man, they would have had him in.
Would have been like, they would have been like, this is what these bandits do. See, this is what these bandits do. Even as the president, this is what these bandits do. You know what I mean?
Right.
It would have been
right. The propaganda wouldn't have been able to hold the damn tsunami that's gonna come through.
Right.
And so when I see him, and then I seen Justice Brown Jackson, and I went and looked her up, and I seen who she married to. Guess who? She's married to the son of one of the more controversial justices, right? From the old George Wallace days, right?
Come on.
She's married to him, yet she gets up there and does not know what a woman is, okay? And they asked the Ted Cruz and some other woman asked them this shit, and I'm like Pastor Gino. Pastor Gino say, you know what a woman is? And they say, what, Pastor? He says, your mama.
Yeah,
I like Pasadena tickets, man.
Yeah. I want to add something too about the the Supreme Court justice. When they were choosing, they had I'm gonna send this to you too, Chaos. Is the short list. On that short list, you had Black women who had more experience than her. They had Black husbands. They picked her on purpose. That's how power works. These white boys know what they're doing. All right. That's the same thing with Kamala
too. I had said that, and Chaos. You remember I had mentioned that when she first, when they got up there and they was grilling her. Remember when I was saying, I was like, let's look into it, and I looked up her husband, and I looked up the shit, and I was like, man, it's something else to this.
Yeah,
because it was way more Black women, qualified Black women who had been in politics way longer and had a better record than her.
Now, let me tell you something about power dynamics. When Trump is in office and he's making a point to only have a White House, his staff. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're not bringing no strong Black families up in there. If they really were looking out for the Black family on the Democratic side, right? They were really looking out for the Black family. They would have put a Black family in front of you. They had options. They had options to do that. I can give you the judge's name.
When Ice Cube gave him a gym, right? Ice Cube gave him a gym. Ice Cube really was trying to work with them, dog. And I think Ice Cube is more independent than my people try to say he's with Trump. No, I think that's he's definitely independent. He went at both parties with it, and Trump and them responded back to him.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you got all these PR people who's trying to get with you, and you get back with them and they don't get back with you, bam, you get with Trump people. Let's just say Trump let's just say whatever. Trump's the racist, he's everything what they say, right?
Yeah.
But he get back with you, and now they got the accountants talking about, well, send us over the accounting plan. See, now when they start talking like that, now that's money. Now we talking money. You see, but see, now if you don't call me back, son, and you know business like I know business, man, I call a lot of people, and there's a lot of people I want to work with, bro, that I would love to work with. But then it's some people you would think they hit you back. But man, this is business. I'm going with the first come, first serve. Man, you come with me and you got that money ready, man, let's do the contract. Make it good for you, make it good for me. Let's make it happen, son. And I think what we got it crossed up at was when we looked at Ice Cube, we finally saw it as Black men who haven't been in the know. And when he got up there on that, what is that show, Chaos, that he was up there on with old girl on that Fox Soul shit with Vivica Fox and all that. When they got to asking about, well, what is it about for Black women? And Cube was like, well, I'm speaking for Black people, so Black women are included. And they was like, well, no, Cube, you got to have something just cut out just for us, excluding the other inverse of your equation. You can't just bring up one side of the equation. We talking about nuclear families and we trying to put stuff back together. If we give one person all the power, then that power, like you said, power dynamic. That's a power dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, what she showed in that moment was plantation politics. You know what I mean? That was a plantation. You ever watch that scene in Django? I bring this up all the time. When he comes to the comfort house, they had all the Black whores.
Before you guys continue, if anybody's asking any questions, you gotta put that in super chat. Continue, guys.
Hey, so remember that scene when he went up there and they had the Mandingo fight, and he walks up in there, and then when the bed wench, Sheba cuts her eyes at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what Vivica was really doing in that moment. She was being a Sheba. You know what I mean? She was being a Sheba. She's talking to a brother who can actually put her in the movie. Think about it. Think about how crazy that is. She's an actress, right?
Right.
Bucking back at a brother who makes movies.
Right. He's not doing these bullshit ass fake Medicare commercials on the fucking UPN channel on the third, fourth on the digital thing to make some money, and doing Fox Soul on the side and lying and talking shit on the internet. He's actually got money. He could put you in a movie. Matter of fact, he could create a movie and put you as a star and bitch put you back on if he wanted to.
And you can see the difference between her and Diamond. Remember, I forgot her name. Lisa Ray. You saw how Lisa Ray was being a little bit, well, that's our brother. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because Lisa Ray is still an actress. She knows that, this could be but Vivica's so fucking rabid with the shit, with the plantation politics.
Well,
She's so
what, Lisa Ray, she's business minded. And you see, she been working with Reverend Al too, see?
Mm-hmm.
And see, she know Reverend Al look like the Crypt Keeper. And we know Reverend Al, anybody from New York know this nigga ain't no goddamn good. Just like anybody from Chicago know Jesse Jackson ain't no goddamn good, man. Just be real. You feel me? He's the Don King niggas of politics. That's why Don King loved them so much. Okay?
Yeah.
You know I ain't lying, fam.
It's all facts.
And now he's on MSNBC. They give him this platform. So we got to go get the Negro leaders. Who we got? We didn't kill Tupac. We didn't kill Martin. We didn't kill Malcolm. Who we got left? Okay, we got Jesse and we got Skeletor. So we put Skeletor in that Skeletor. I think, see, and that's why I say Vivica, I'm gonna tell you right on that. Because Lisa Ray, she got in there. And one thing I can give Lisa Ray, she went over here to Virgin Islands and found like a prince or some shit and married him and divorced him. Boy, Chicago bitches is undefeated, boy.
Yeah. And like I said, when Sheba cut her eyes at Django, that was a power dynamic. What Sheba was saying with her eyes in that moment was like, who the fuck this nigga think he is? Right? And that's the same thing Vivica did to Ice Cube.
On blast, but see on blast though, like you saying, it's on blast.
Yeah.
Right? It's in front of the other people who are having the conversation. Right. It's in front of, now we in the internet, right? And then not just internet, they got a whole syndication show, right? Yeah. So now it's in front of all the Fox people, the demographic for the black show in that area is gonna play, and in the YouTubes and the Instagrams, they got all the shit already lined up. So this shit's broadcasted. So like it's even worse than the Django to a certain extent, because now this is broadcast. So now we get to see and watch this live as she pulls the Sheba moment on Cube, and you see Cube face. And he said it twice. He gave her so many outs, son. He was like, but hold on now. What I'm saying is now, hold on, check that. I'm with you. But hey, look, you is black, right? He started going to the logic. Okay. He doing, he's like, you black, right?
He said black people include that includes black women. And the logic didn't matter.
It didn't, bro, because they took what that man said right there. And by the end of that video, the Shade Room, Media Takeout, and all the rest of them, and TMZ already had Ice Cube's a Trump supporter. He hates women. Right. Like they was ready with it, dog. They almost like it was scripted. No matter what, we heard that he went to Trump before he went to Biden. Here's the inside scoop. We're gonna run Cube, and they ran it straight through to make him look bad, but they jumped him. He was by himself. Like they didn't really give him a clean role. I would have rather, and for as much as I hate Don Lemon, and I hate that bastard with a passion. That nigga there is a damn disingenuous bastard. It ain't because he gay. But I just, as a black man, he's the most disingenuous nigga on TV. And this, I would have rather Ice Cube go talk to him. Because at the end of the day, I don't think Don Lemon would have did him as worse as that. Well, by the time that interview was over, they had that shit on World Star. Even down to this day, they talk about Ice Cube on The View like he's a dog, man.
Yeah.
This man then changed his life, put people on. I mean, do we need to name the videos, the movies that O'Shea Jackson with a skank budget on Friday? They still don't understand how they did it.
Hey,
they paid John Witherspoon $5,000. Man, how much money is Friday making in syndication right now?
Look, Shadow, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter how great you are. That's the problem. That's how you know it's a pathology, because we're not dealing with logic. You know what I mean? We're not dealing with logic. We're not dealing with reality. It doesn't matter how great Ice Cube is. Who the fuck does this? He ain't brag. You see what I'm saying? That's really what it boils down to. With a lot of black folks, and in this case, we're talking about the sisters, right? You're not Brad. You're still not the man. So that's a plantation mentality.
Right.
You
And then
understand?
there's a contingent as well where we can't miss of, I would say, 20 or 30% of our men who you would think would be logical, but they're so incensed, even if they ain't even fucking the bitch, they'll roll with the shit just to try to smell the pussy.
Yeah.
You know, ain't got no hope of getting it, but they'll roll against you with fever and man ain't getting paid a dime to roll against their own interest. And you like, damn, this little contingent of simps. I call them the simp army.
Yeah.
The niggas come out the blue, man, and it be sometimes be older niggas, but it surprise you. It be some young niggas too. You be like, son, she don't respect that. And see, at the end there, like you said, with the Sheba thing, it come back to that. Because really, if you look at Lisa Ray and you look at Vivica, they both want Q. Shit, why wouldn't they? You feel me? I wouldn't fuck with the other bitch. She done took down a whole damn near president in the Virgin Islands. I ain't fucking with her. Lisa Ray got some voodoo. I ain't fucking with her. Now, Vivica, we know what 50 Cent did to her. I told you I seen on the Medicare, the bootleg Medicare commercials. I don't see Ice Cube on them bootleg Medicare commercials. He ain't got to stoop that low. Vivica in there talking like she a senior citizen, boy. I said, what? I said, damn, they done got my baby out here. I remember them days when she was, you feel me? I remember the old Vivica, man. I'm like, man, you on the Medicare commercial and the bootleg one too?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, Shad?
Them writers, look, that writer strike got them doing some crazy shit, don't it, man?
Yeah, I was watching, you know what's crazy? I was traveling recently, and when I was traveling, I saw 2 different movies that had Vivica in it. It just happened that way. I was watching Kill Bill and Soul Food, right? And it just reminded me.
2 of her best movies, might I add. 2 of her best.
It was reminding me how fucking fun Vivica used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's what when 50 first got her, right?
Yeah.
When 50 got her, he got her like at prime. Like at prime Vivica. Like when you say them was 2 of her best movies, bro. I agree. Them 2 movies, for sure. On Soul Food and what the other one you said was?
Yeah. I said Soul Food.
I watched Soul Food and what?
Soul Food, yeah. And then I said Soul Food and Kill Bill.
Yeah, Kill Bill. Yeah,
she was awesome in Kill Bill too. Yeah. Yeah, she was awesome in Kill Bill. Yeah, she did the thing. I didn't know she was that athletic.
Nah, she was on it because who was that? It was Uma Thurman.
Yeah, that was
dope.
That was dope. Yeah. That fight scene was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dope when I finally seen it. Because I watch all Quentin Tarantino shit, but I was late to the party on Kill Bill. When I saw it, I said, oh, Vivica in this bitch. And her the way her and Uma, man, that whole scene, bro, was like, it was wild. I was like, damn, okay, she got some range.
That's what I'm saying though, Shadow, is that I watched those movies and I reminded me how fine she was, and to see how fucked up she is now with the fucking, the injections in her face and just single, and it's sad, man. It's sad, but also
we are talking about got injection in face. What you talking about?
I'm talking about she doing that.
Vivica?
Yeah. Her face so fucked up. So now, but what I'm saying is that it's sad to see where she's at now, and it all stems from the pathology, family. You know what I mean? Her pathology.
But how old is she now, fam?
Vivica's
she's about to turn 60 next year. Vivica Fox.
Yeah, late 50s. Yeah. That whole
she about to turn 60
class
next year.
Women.
So she is on some AARP time then. Okay. my bad. I'm hating on the hustle.
Get off her neck, man. Damn.
but guys, any last remarks? I'm gonna wrap this up.
Oh man, I'm good, man. Thanks for letting me come up, Chaos. This is fun to talk about, man. But I just want to say, look, man, y'all gotta be mindful of power dynamics always. Don't make this shit emotional. Don't make this shit illogical, because as black men, sometimes we get caught up in some of these conversations, and that's exactly what happens. We get caught up in the conversation, and getting caught up, we become illogical. You know what I mean? We become crazy. All right, step back from this shit, see it for what it is. I know a lot of us don't want to admit the situation is what it is, but it is what it is. All right, and that's what we're faced with, and that's what we're gonna have to deal with. But in dealing with that shit, we gotta be 10 toes down strong. We can't be no simping. There can't be no bargaining. There can't be none of that shit. There's nothing to compromise on. You either you down or you not. That's my position when it comes to sisters. All right, and that's it. You either fucking in or you out. And if you out, have fun.
Is zero 100%. That's it.
That's it. There's no in between. I ain't taking 25%, 40%. We ain't bargaining on this. The time is too short. It's too late in the day. It's 2023, and we got business to take care of. This is about business. So if you're gonna be around, you got to be down. If you're not down, then get the fuck on. All right, that's it. Have fun, and don't. It's not even talk about protection. That's crazy talk. Get your crazy weird ass out of here. All right, with that stupid conversation. All right, you fucking intersectionalists. You want to do what you want to do. You want to be with other men. Have fun. Take care. No one's stopping you. No one's even bothering you. No one cares. And I'm gonna say one last thing before I go, Chaos. If any sisters out there who think that Brad is a sexual threat to black men, I'll just leave that there. I'm not even gonna follow that up with a real decent comment. All right? Ain't nobody worried about no Brad in that department. That's one area that we ain't got no issues with, and we ain't not intimidated with him about. All right. So you go do you, sis. I'm out, brother. Y'all be cool.
All right. Thank you, Deshaun. Appreciate it. Peace. All right. Shatter. Oh, you just came up. I don't think you have any closing remarks. I'm big. You? Nope. Okay. All right. Shatter. Make sure you look at the private chat if you're listening. All right. I'm gonna lower you down. Thank you, really. All right. Okay. That's it, everybody. Thank y'all for listening. I said my piece on this. I might bring her on if she does respond. The lady that wrote the book, I have her on, and we'll have another conversation of this. Hold on. Shatter. Hello. All right. I'm lower you down. All right. But besides that, guys, I'm looking forward for y'all in the comment section on this one. If you made this far, you might cuss me out. There's some things you might like, and might enjoy, you might hate. All comments are appreciated. I will read them all. Also, the links to follow me are the following. Follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. Also, add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Green on Facebook. And also, follow me on Rumble. Join my Rumble page. I put the links in the chat room, and it's also in the description of this live stream. And join the Discord service of the Chaos Rain Show as well. That's pretty much it. Hold on. Thank you everybody for watching and listening to today's stream. Oh yeah, and also check out the shorts. I got some shorts out here already. I might put some more shorts. So please, check it out. You know what I'm saying? All right then. Till next time, guys. Chaos Rain.